I used to think paranoia was a side effect of living alone in the city, but when the streetlights outside my apartment began flickering in strange, deliberate patterns, I couldn't shake the feeling that something wanted my attention. Every night, from my fifth-floor window, I'd watch those lights stutter out a silent message across the empty street. It became an obsession, me, hunched over my phone, translating the rhythmic blinks into dots and dashes, convinced it was nothing more than a board prank or faulty wiring. But the patterns never repeated, and I realized this was something different. Something meant for me. It took me weeks to crack the code, my sleep dwindling while notebooks filled with translations piled up on my desk. The message was always the same, spelled out with terrifying patience: don't turn around. At first, I laughed it off. What could possibly be behind me, aside from unwashed dishes and a dying plant? But as the nights grew longer and the city's usual din faded into an anxious silence, those words began to haunt me. Each time I glanced at the window and saw the flickering start, my skin crawled with the inexplicable urge to glance over my shoulder. One night, the warning intensified, the lights pulsed faster, almost frantic, as if begging me to heed them. My mind raced. Was someone watching me? Was this some twisted game? I tried to rationalize it, but the certainty that I wasn't alone in my own apartment grew too strong to ignore. I stayed perfectly still, remembering the message. My heart thudded in my chest, daring me to just look, just once, to satisfy the screaming curiosity clawing at my sanity. But I didn't. I forced myself to sit and stare straight ahead as the minutes dragged into hours. Then, just before sunrise, the streetlights went out all at once, plunging everything into darkness. I heard soft, deliberate footsteps behind me, closer, then right at my back. The voice that whispered in my ear was cold and hollow: "Good job." I sat frozen, too terrified to turn around, realizing the lights had been the only thing keeping it at bay. And now, in the pitch black, I finally understood the warning had never been for me. It was for whatever stood behind me, waiting.